RHOBH fans react to Garcelle Beauvais' reunion walk-off. Good for her. Garcelle Beauvais bid her final goodbye to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills during Part 3 of the reunion. Her anticipated storm-off has been teased for weeks, and viewers have been talking about the moment. Despite previous claims, the actress did not leave the set before the show ended. A sneak peek of Garcelle's final moments on set showed she stayed for the entirety of the reunion filming. The 58-year-old left at the very end after the cast toasted the season with host Andy Cohen, and he suggested they take a group photo. That's when Garcelle decided she was done and walked away. Interestingly, before the reunion began, Garcelle was the one who suggested they take a photo at the end, since they missed out on that opportunity during the season 13 reunion. Last year, Sutton Stracke took ill and left the reunion in an ambulance accompanied by Garcelle. This time around, everyone stayed until the end, but after what some have dubbed an orchestrated attack by her castmates, Garcelle had no desire to commemorate the moment with a photo. RHOBH teaser shows Garcelle's final moments at the season 14 reunion. A teaser for Part 3 of the reunion shows all the women on stage with Andy, with cocktails in hand as they cheered the season. Jennifer Tilly ends the segment with a cheer about friendships as Andy officially closes out the season. Perfect. Cheers to another fabulous season. I'm excited to see where this group goes next, he says. Thanks for watching. Guess what? We're going to get a cast photo, said Andy, but he was wrong. I'm out, retorts Garcelle as she walks off stage. Oh no, for real, says Andy in surprise as the women watch Garcelle make her exit. Nope, I'm not doing it, she says as the camera follows her backstage. Garcelle, that's really unprofessional. That's not cool, Dorrit Kemsley exclaims. RHOBH viewers react to Garcelle's refusal to take a cast photo. Meanwhile, some RHOBH fans are applauding Garcelle for not opting to take a group photo despite Dorrit's unprofessional claims. Dorrit and her mouth, why doesn't someone tell her to shut up? She's as condescending as it's possible to be. Garcelle should have turned and given her the finger, wrote a commenter. How many hours did the girls wait for Dorrit to start the reunion, season 13? That's unprofessional, reasoned someone else. Garcelle just said phew and I love it, an Instagram user exclaimed. When the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion aired, fans expected drama, tears, shade, possibly a few passive-aggressive compliments. What they didn't expect was a moment so emotionally charged and culturally resonant that it would set social media ablaze and redefine the tone of the entire franchise. That moment came when Garcelle Beauvais, effortlessly elegant and visibly shaken, stood up, removed her mic, and walked off the reunion set with quiet dignity. And in unison, RHOBH fans across the globe echoed one powerful sentiment. Good for her. It was more than a catchphrase. It was a rallying cry. The walk-off heard round Beverly Hills. The tension had been building all season. Between microaggressions thinly veiled as just jokes, repeated interruptions, and an exhausting game of let's blame Garcelle for everything, fans were already feeling the strain through their screens. By the time the reunion aired, it wasn't just reality TV anymore. It was a test of empathy, endurance, and respect. So when Garcelle, poised and composed, decided she'd had enough deflection, enough gaslighting, enough veiled hostility, she didn't scream. She didn't pro anything. She simply stood, removed her microphone, and left. Silence fell. And then, thunder. Twitter fingers and TikTok tributes. Within minutes, Twitter exploded. RHOBH hashtags trended globally. Garcelle's name was on everyone's lips. Garcelle walking away was a masterclass in grace under fire. At Bravo Addict 84, the strength it takes to remove yourself instead of reacting. Woo. Good for her. At Reality Queen so. If I were Garcelle, I would have flipped a table, but the walk-off? Iconic. It said everything. Hashtag good for her. Hashtag RHOBH. At Shady Palms. TikTok followed suit. Users lip-synced to the moment, stitched it with their own stories of walking away from toxic environments, and praised Garcelle as a symbol of quiet strength. One TikToker captured the vibe perfectly with the caption, "Sometimes the loudest statement is saying nothing at all." RHOBH fans reclaim their faves. Garcelle has long been a fan favorite, not just for her timeless beauty and style, but for her honesty, integrity, and refusal to play the villain for ratings. She's the woman who can host a charity gala and call out BS in the same breath. She's real in a show about the supposedly real. And yet, it wasn't lost on viewers that she has often had to defend herself more than others. Her perspectives have been minimized, her words twisted, her emotions questioned. So when she took control of the moment, fans didn't just support her. They saw themselves in her. She's every woman who's been talked over in a boardroom, every friend who got blamed in the group chat, every person who decided their piece was worth more than being right. At Housewives Historian, Garcelle didn't walk away because she was weak. She walked away because she was done letting people treat her like she didn't matter. At that Bravo Babe, the message was clear. Good for her wasn't just about Garcelle. It was about all of us choosing ourselves. Cast reaction. A study in silence. As viewers waited to see how the cast would react, responses ranged from awkward concern to performative apologies. Some housewives looked stunned, others uncomfortable. A few tried to carry on the conversation, clearly rattled. But for fans, the walk-off highlighted what they'd suspected all along. Garcelle was often the only one expected to keep her composure, while others got to spiral, yell, and be forgiven by the next confessional. This reunion proved Garcelle has been carrying the season emotionally, while the others treat her like an afterthought. At Bravo with a Bang, if your castmate walks off crying and your first thought is how you look, maybe you're the problem. At Diamond Off the Hills, memes, merch, and a movement. Within hours, fan-made merch popped up across Etsy and Instagram. Tees that read "Good for her" in sparkly rhinestones. Mugs that said, "I'm pulling a Garcelle today." Phone cases with a minimalist sketch of Garcelle walking off, high heels and all. The meme game was legendary. A split screen of Garcelle walking off with Beyoncé's "You Won't Break My Soul" playing in the background. A photo of her mid-stride captioned, "My piece is non-negotiable." Even Lisa Rinna's infamous "Owen It" was retooled into a Garcelle-focused meme. "Owen your EXIT." Critics, of course. Not everyone was on board. A few critics argued that reality TV is about conflict and that Garcelle signed up for this. But for every such take, 10 more fans clapped back. There's a difference between conflict and cruelty. And Garcelle knows it. At Real Talk RHOBH, she didn't sign up to be scapegoated, isolated, and silenced. No one does. At Beauvais Bravo Tia, even a few ex-housewives weighed in. Some offered vague subtweets of support, while others were more direct. Former RHOBH cast member Ebony K. Williams tweeted, "Garcelle's walk-off was power. That's what choosing dignity looks like. #good for her." A legacy moment. In a franchise that thrives on chaos, Garcelle Beauvais chose clarity. In a world that rewards the loudest, she chose to be heard through silence. The walk-off wasn't just television, it was transformation. And Bravo fans, often divided, united around her in a rare moment of collective solidarity. We've had table flips, bunny returns, and dinner party psychics. But Garcelle walking out, that's going in the RHOBH history books. At all Tino Shad Housewives, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't performative, it was human, and it was perfect. At Housewife Confessions, good for all of us. As the reunion ended and the credits rolled, viewers weren't just thinking about diamonds and drama. They were thinking about boundaries, about choosing peace, about how sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave. Garcelle Beauvais walked away, and in doing so, she walked into her power. And the fans? They saw it. They felt it. And they said, proudly, defiantly, beautifully, "Good for her."